Hey guys, Brian and Aaron here from 5 to Go. We are back on the road. We're full-time again.
Yay!
We're calling this Full-Time 2.0.
Yes, we don't have a house anymore. House is gone.
No house, no rental, don't own anything, no storage unit, no everything right here yet again, and it feels good.
Lovely.
We are so happy to be back on the road. It is currently July 1st.
Yep, 1st of July.
It's July 1st. But we did film a bit last week and over the weekend on our drive home. It was a 1,700 mile drive. Ooh. And I was pulling the C-Max behind the rig, and Aaron was driving in the van with the two littles and the dog. Yes. And so we couldn't swap drivers, we couldn't do all that, so we stopped pretty often, we took breaks, stretched our legs, all that fun stuff.
It wasn't super exciting, so we didn't show you guys too much of it, because it was just
we had a
calling on.
We had an incident while driving. We also unfortunately took out a bird.
And it wasn't a little bird.
No,
either.
It was a big one. And it did one of those things where it like flew out in front of me, and then it turned, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it turned back, and I was like, oh no, thud.
And then it hit me.
And then it hit Aaron in the van driving behind me. It hit way up high on my on the motorhome. Yep. And then flipped over and then hit her behind me. So that was
turned and.
Yeah, so that was no fun.
No.
But we had an incident. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it is something that has happened before.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So you're going to see that in a little bit. So this episode's kind of weird, not gonna lie.
It is. It's a little disjointed, but it's moving.
Yeah, it's moving and it's crazy and it's busy, and you know how that goes.
Yep.
So what you're gonna see next is actually last Friday when we were moving out of the house. It was the last 12 hours we had to get stuff together. And then there's a little snippet in the first day we drove, the incident on Sunday, and now we're here. So after you guys go watch that stuff, we'll come back here and we'll tell you what's going on from now on.
Yay!
Hello. Ooh, glamour job. So we haven't filmed all week.
We've been busy.
Very busy.
We've both been working like full-time hours.
And moving out.
And moving out.
And managing the kids.
I was going to say, and managing the small people.
Yeah.
And some things you can't do until the last minute, like clean the toilets, because, 4-year-old boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is Friday night.
Yep.
I don't know what time it is, because my new watch sucks.
7:34.
It is 7:34.
So we have roughly 12 hours.
12 hours till checkout.
Till checkout. We are very far ahead of any other year or move or whatever that we've done. So
this is true.
I think we'll be ready. The only thing I'm worried about is we haven't hooked up the car yet. We're just gonna have to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think you and I are gonna get up early and maybe get that done.
That means everybody gets up early.
Oh, right.
They're sleeping in the thing that moves.
True story.
Yeah. Everything we still have to take out is here. So it's all the small stuff. Like it's just all that small crap that's always there, like the last day or two you're moving out of somewhere. So basically all the furniture's gone. I'm working on getting computer stuff together, dog stuff. This desk we're gonna break down and take with us for, I don't know why. So it's all just this random stuff. This house was a pretty good layout. We liked it, I guess. We would have been fine with just this top floor, but there is an entire second floor. So down the stairs garage is here. So I can show you that real quick. And this is where the rest of the stuff we still have to take care of is. So bike, chair, stuff, and that's it. That's everything we have to fit into one of those 3 vehicles tonight. We never really hung out down here. I think we watched a single movie down here. Yeah, so really this entire second floor, just a complete waste. Like we don't need anything near this big. I think I said on Facebook or YouTube the other day, we just hit 40,000 subscribers, and I made a post about that. And I think I said we would take 300 square feet over 3,000 to any day. It's just a lot less to take care of. And we don't need room, because when you have room, you have junk. When you have junk, it's just...
You being prophetic?
No.
You being I didn't think of the word I'm thinking.
I'm not telling prophecies.
Oh. Are you being speechy?
Speechy. I don't know. Am I?
I've lost vocabulary.
It's been a long week.
It has been a long week. I am so looking forward to summer vacation.
Yeah, today was your last day.
Today was my last day, and it's been a busy week of evaluating small people via Zoom.
Yep.
So I'm excited to get home and see family and friends. No meetup in Virginia because, you know,
No.
pandemic.
We'll do one in Florida, hopefully late this year or early next year.
Maybe we'll have a Christmas party. Maybe by then we'll be okay, or we'll be in a whole new, like, 7th wave of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I was actually joking with some friends today that I hope. So there's this dust storm coming, right?
The Saharan dust
that we're going to be
storm.
driving through.
It's going to be great.
So I was joking with friends earlier. It's like, so we got a dust storm, a pandemic, a recession, just all this stuff happening, like right now. Like, let's just pile it all in. Let's just get it all over with this year.
Let's do it.
And then the rest of the 2020s.
Just be smooth
It'll be
sailing.
better, yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah. So maybe we could just have a really crappy year, and then we can have 9 years
Of bliss.
we don't need bliss, just not this.
Just not this.
Can we just have normal again?
Normal would be nice.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna finish cleaning, finish taking junk out,
So exciting.
finish throwing things away somewhere because our trash can's gone.
You know what though? I don't mind this because I know that we don't have to move all of this stuff into another house.
Yeah.
Like we just go. Tomorrow we just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just go. We have everything. Everything's moved.
Yeah.
We did. You
Yeah,
know,
we're just kind of we're at the stage right now where we're just putting things wherever they'll fit, and then when we actually have time, like when we're in Virginia, we're in a campground and we'll have time. We can kind of pull stuff out, figure out, go over things with a little finer tooth comb.
Yeah. Right now we're just trying to get the house clean so I can mop the floors and we can go to bed.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's where we are right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get back to that.
Yep.
Sorry we haven't filmed all week, but you guys know what moving's like.
It would have been pretty boring too.
Yep. So we will maybe see you again later this evening, and then we will definitely see you tomorrow when we hit the road.
Yay!
All right. Stay tuned.
So, we stopped here because it's beautiful. Just a second.
Well.
Just a second.
Yeah.
You see our beautiful Cheyenne Mountain and Pikes Peak.
GoPro's not great at distance things.
I know.
Yeah.
But believe me, it's pretty.
It is.
Okay.
It is. So we stopped. We're only about 3 miles from the house, but it's the first time we've been able to test this thing. So I've been up to 55. I've crawled at 25, just testing out the brakes and making sure everything's hooked up.
Yep.
Initially, we just did a quick ride around the neighborhood. Aaron rode in the car.
That was terrifying. Oh my gosh.
So through the neighborhood, Aaron rode in the car just to make sure everything was fine. If she had to like hit the brakes or anything, if something went weird. And then we did another kind of quick little lap around the neighborhood with Aaron in the van next to it, watching everything to make sure everything moves. Everything does.
Yep.
And we will do a video in the future about which hitch and all of that stuff.
With some cool GoPro footage, because
I'll try
like that.
Yeah, I'll put a GoPro back on the hitch and film it. But just as a quick look, I had to put a 10-inch drop because the motorhome tube was like 24 inches off the ground, and then the connections for the car were a little over 12 inches off the ground, and the hitch system needs to be within 2 inches up or down.
Yep.
So I had to put a big drop on it, which I'll show you in just a second. And then safety chains. It's a Ready Brute Elite 2, which has the braking system built into it. And then rather than tie into the brake lights on the car, I just went with, you can see them back here, I just went with magnetic brake lights.
They work really well.
They work really well, and they actually are way more visible than the brake lights of the car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and plus Aaron's going to be behind me all the time anyway.
Right, and because this car is so low, I can see all of the brake lights for the rig, and they're really bright.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of things for safety.
So far, it seems to be pulling okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to show you what all this looks like. And then we're going to get on the road, and we're going to get, I think, up to 70 and then stop.
Just to reassess and get some brunch.
Yeah, to get some food in our stomachs and Yeah, so it's been a long morning. The person showed up at the house at 8 o'clock to check us out. Everything was fine, of course, because
Perfect.
we're clean people.
We are. We're trashy folk.
Trashy folk.
But we're very clean.
That's a throwback. If you know where trashy folk comes from, leave a comment down below.
Right?
Okay, so let's take a look at this hitch system, and then we're going to hit the road.
Oh, a hint for that? It's back during daily vlogs.
Oh, so back, yeah. So
Yep.
about a year and a half ago.
Yep.
Wow. So this is my 10-inch drop. These are the safety chains. And then the Ready Brute Elite, this is the brake thing. So as the car pushes on this pulls forward, and this cable goes there, and the other end of that cable pulls on the brake pedal inside. These are the bars. Big, nice, beautiful. I love these things. I love machined metal, so they look so nice. And we had to install that base plate and the brake cable.
Thank you, Adam.
So yeah, thank you, cousin Adam.
Yes.
So all right, we're gonna find a nice, pretty thumbnail for this video, and then we'll be on the road. So we'll see you guys a couple hundred miles up the road.
Yay.
It's the next day. We stayed at a rest stop last night in Kansas, and we've got about 3 hours behind us this morning. We got up real early, and you can see it's raining. And what happened last time it rained when I was driving this? Yeah, the wiper blade fell off again. Not excited at all. So it's not broken this time. The other time, the little bracket thing broke. So this time I'm just gonna put a zip tie on it because I think the arm might be a little bit too wide and it's not holding on to the wiper properly.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fancy.
isn't it? You like that?
At least you kept the windshield or the blade.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just gonna put a zip tie on it.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, got this sucker zip tied on here now. So it's around the loop and then around one of the holes in the wiper. And I ran it and it worked great. And I went ahead and put one on here just for insurance. So, of course now it doesn't look like there's any rain anywhere, so I don't even need to use it, but it's there if I need it. So now, got about 2 hours to St. Louis, and we're meeting up with one of our road runners to have lunch. So here we go. Alrighty, so as you can see, wipers are becoming a common theme here.
But I think you have a fix right now. You MacGyvered that thing.
It's a single zip tie. It's not much of a, I didn't use like paper clips and duct tape.
Could have though.
I could have. So we did drive through quite a heavy rainstorm.
Yes.
2 days ago, I think we were coming through into West Virginia or in West Virginia. It just poured real heavy rain, and the wipers did great. They stayed on and they were going really fast, so I think the zip ties are a good addition. I'm glad I went ahead and put it on the passenger side one too, just in case.
Yep.
And I think the issue is the little arm, how it's kind of like, it's called like a J hook or something. I think it's maybe relaxed a little bit too much, so the little plastic catch in the wiper isn't engaging with the hole that's there. So zip tie, no problem. So how was the drive for you?
The littles were amazing the first 2 days. I was full of praise for them and telling them that they were being so great. They were on their play pads a lot, but it's just the nature of things when there's only one driver. There was nobody to entertain them or get them snacks or anything like that, just because I was trying to drive and not run into Brian. So they spent a lot of time on their play pads. We listened to a lot of music. We were dancing to get me awake. And they did really good those first 2 days. The third day, they were kind of over it. They were complaining and were kind of short-tempered with each other and just really wanted to be out of the van. So we were able to take some longer breaks the last day. And
we stopped at rest stops and Walmarts. On our way home. We actually really like doing that, and it's so much easier in this rig. Because we just pull up, I hit a button, the generator comes on, the AC comes on.
So nice.
Which you need because it's humid out here. Back west, at night it got cold and it wasn't humid, so it got cold.
Right.
But out here, you need AC. So being able to do that has been really nice. It's also very easy to move around in this rig when we're just stopped.
Yeah, without any of the slides out or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, because our last RV, if you remember some of the older videos when we stopped at rest stops and stuff, we had to run the huge living room slide out to even get to seating or the kitchen or anything like that. So I really like traveling in this thing.
Yeah, it's very nice for
Yeah.
sure.
Towing the car, very easy. I definitely noticed a difference when I unhooked it. Because we actually, because the entrance to this campground is very steep and then there's a kind of bumpy train track coming in, we decided to stop at a food line up the way, unhook the car and leave it there, come in and get settled, and ran back out and got the car.
Which was a good idea.
It was a very good idea. But as soon as I unhooked from the car, it was very easy to notice a difference.
And it's not even a heavy car.
No, not really, but still, you know, it adds up. I mean, it is just a gas motorhome,
Yep,
so
true.
it's not really made to tow a whole lot. So the last time I drove this thing long distance, it was empty.
Yeah, there was,
It was
nothing
me,
in it. Yeah.
It was me and one suitcase of clothes and some water and nothing behind it. But now it has all of our stuff, well, most of our stuff, and the car hooked up to the back of it. So it
Right.
definitely behaves differently. But still, I'm very, very happy with this rig.
And I would say, even when you were driving, you'll probably get into this a little bit more, but when we were going up the hills and down the hills and up the hills and down the hills, some of the time we had to slow down
Oh yeah,
pretty
oh,
much.
yeah. There's a couple steep ones. We came
They were just
70.
long.
Yeah, we came 70 from Colorado to St. Louis, and then 64 the rest
Yeah.
of the way out to here.
And
And
coming through the
there's
Appalachian Mountains, it's just,
a couple very steep and long,
they're very long grades.
very long grades. Yeah, I guess it's not so much that they're steep.
No.
They're just they go on for a
For
long time, so
miles.
you really lose momentum.
Yep.
And then going downhill, there was only one that kind of worried me. It was that super long one.
Yeah, it was like
It's
4
like-
miles at a 7%
No,
grade.
it was like 6 miles
Oh,
at
was it?
7%. Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I was watching the 5.5 miles left, 5 miles left, 4.5 miles left. I was like, oh, good Lord. So I don't have as much control over the downshifting and the engine braking.
Oh,
in
as you
this.
did in the truck. Yeah.
It does do it. But I think with the car back there, I definitely had to, use my brakes and then come off of them, use my brakes, then come off them, just kind of make sure they don't overheat or get soft
Right.
or fade at all.
Right.
So I really kind of prioritized my braking for when they were curves or any changes in the road.
But you were never going fast anyway,
Yeah.
so even when we were coming down those down hills, we
Yeah.
didn't get above 60, I don't feel like.
Yep.
So
No, I was very
it was very
cautious.
cautious and
Yeah.
followed all of the rules, the yellow signs with the suggested
Yeah.
mile per hour. So,
Yeah. So pretty much good drive. Other than the wipers, pretty uneventful.
Yep.
The dust storm that everyone was talking about.
was way up high.
It was up high, so it really just for a day or two there, it just seemed overcast.
Which was fine. You know
Which
how
was
much
great.
it's so much better when you drive when it's overcast and cloudy.
Yeah. All in all, very happy with this setup.
Yeah.
Very happy with this purchase of this motorhome, and
You picked out a great spot for where we are now too.
yeah. So let me switch arms because this arm's getting really tired. This is actually the very first campground we ever stayed in.
Yeah, with our travel trailer
Yeah.
way back in December of 2017.
We moved in November of 2017.
Oh, that's right.
We did. Yeah, we moved in the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm, you're right.
Yeah, and so
We
we
came
were
right up
actually
here.
we were in a spot. Let me go this way. You can see a rig over here with the blue truck. We were 2 spots past that. That was our very first site ever in an
Yeah.
RV. Well, we did a shakedown trip to the Outer Banks.
Right, but
this
full
was
time.
full time. It was our first place. We like this little campground. It's a little far away
It
from
is.
Williamsburg and friends and family, but the
It's easy to get into, easy to get out of, and we're right
Yeah.
on the river.
Yep, there's a river right here. It's very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And this site here, we're actually at the front of another row. I think I like this site better.
You think so?
Even though those are like long, super long concrete
true.
sites, this one we have basically an unobstructed view of the water.
True.
Whereas over there,
You
you're
can't
just
see it
facing
out the front.
water.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, I guess in a motorhome it would be different because you have the big window in the front.
True.
So that's one thing I've been enjoying because I've been working up in the front here with the windows open and being able to look out, and it's nice.
Definitely nice.
So we'll get into all of that.
Yep.
We still owe you all a tour video.
We do. We have to figure out where everything goes still yet. We have a little more stuff than we thought we needed to bring. So.
Yeah. That we have things in the car, in the van, and in here. We just need to go through them. We ran out of being able to donate things, being able to throw things
Yeah.
away. So now that we are somewhere where there's a dumpster just down the way, we can get rid of some more stuff.
Yep.
We can take some stuff to Goodwill here in town.
Yep.
So we're gonna get back to that. So coming up in future videos, there will be a tour.
There will be a tour.
We will show more about how we set up campsite with this rig, how it is different. We'll probably do a comparison of motorhome versus travel trailer, where we talk about, you know, how long it takes to set up, how easy certain things are in one place and not in another, stuff like that. If there's anything you guys want to see, leave us comments down below. Any questions, you know we answer every comment on our videos.
Yeah, well, Brian does.
I do. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.